Ooh!
They met a legend in the game. He goes by the name of Tyson Fury.
Is that the last one for you? Or what?
That's me, I'm done. I'm out. It's over.
The boxing world is currently divided. Is Tyson Fury the greatest fighter of his era, or is he one fight away from owning that status? For those saying that he needs one more defining fight, the question is, will we ever see him in the ring again to actually claim it? Uncle Propa says yes, and here are the reasons why Mr. Fury doesn't retire. Let's get cracking. Let's talk about legacy. If I had £1 for every time Fury said he doesn't care about legacy or belts, then I'd probably have enough money to buy a house on the same street as this plonker. A beautiful 7-bedroom mansion where I can settle down and enjoy the rest of my days with my lovely blow-up doll Mindy. But come on people, we all know that's more than likely a load of General Tyson Fury bollocks. I mean, we all love Mr. Fury, but he can produce a double dose of bullshit every now and again. However, we wouldn't have him any other way. The legacy must mean something to him, because if not, then what was all of this for? The grueling training camps, the 5 AM runs, and the unforgettable battles in the ring. Every punch thrown and every punch taken has all been to achieve the ultimate goal. Simply to win. And winners create greatness, which in turn creates legacy. However, just remember, any of you upcoming fighters out there, if you don't happen to win, just make sure to blame it on a fucking heavy costume. It's a credible explanation. I promise you won't look like a great big tit. Now make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Yep, thank you, Bellew. Make no mistake, Tyson already created a legacy by defeating dear old Vlad here in 2015. But the ultimate legacy of the greatest, the undeniable and undisputed, is now within reach. Closer than the gap between bollock and bottom. And with a proportion of the boxing world claiming he needs this one last win over Joshua and Usyk, how could he ever resist? And this leads me nicely on to his ego. At the end of the day, Fury is a man with a ferocious ego. Not in a bad way, of course, but history tells us he has and always will want to have the very last laugh. Whether proving doubters wrong or simply accepting a challenge, Tyson will let ego overtake, and my god, is it a weapon of double destruction. Tyson, you can't beat Vlad in Germany. Tyson, you won't ever fight again now that you're a fat man. And Tyson, you can't beat Deontay Wilder after what you've been through. It's just too soon. The incredible feats that he's accomplished are signs of pure strength within Tyson, but behind it all is very likely a heavy dosage of ego. It's the same with every great athlete, the need to prove any man and any doubter wrong, no matter what the challenge. Now, where did this ego come from? Where bloody else? Big John Fury has passed it on down to this 6'9" boxing genius. He's been telling us for years he is the greatest, and one thing is for certain, Big John Fury never talks any shit.
This kid can go all the way. I honestly see shades of Glovkin in there as a younger man.
Okay, granted, he occasionally does talk a bit of shit. But in regards to Tyson, he's always been bang on the money. When Tyson Fury sits there after watching Joshua Usyk 2 and sees the winner hold all the belts, with the Fury name being called out over the microphone, echoing around a stadium of thousands of people and millions watching worldwide, how can this man, who incidentally now looks to be in his prime, not want to prove that he is still the king of the ring?
I'm the best heavyweight's ever been. There ain't never been one who could beat me.
Now join Uncle Proper as we get deadly serious. I'm not talking for the great Tyson Fury here, but if there's one thing we all know from his incredible story, it's that he is the first to admit he needs boxing. He says the training keeps his mind intact, away from the depths that he fell to in previous years, and the motivation to win an upcoming bout gives him something to strive for. His father knows him better than anyone.
If Tyson wins, then he retires. Is that the case?
Bull. Where's he going to go without boxing? What's he going to do? Empty some bins, go for a coffee, take his kids and pick them up from school. I'm his father, I know what. Boxing's his life. He'll be boxing while he's 40-year-old.
And on top of all this, if Tyson genuinely doesn't care about legacy, and I'm totally wrong about his ego, he has no interest in proving doubters wrong anymore, I still do predict that we will see the Gypsy King back in the ring. The Dillian Whyte fight was just a drop in the ocean compared to the heights this man can go, and he knows it. Just before that fight, he created the narrative of definite retirement straight after, but I'm sure that when he sat on that throne in front of 94,000 people, one thing is for certain. Marv was fucking gutted. Only joking, but seriously, as he sat on that throne in front of 94,000 people, he must have felt a buzz that very few people will ever feel, and one that will probably never be matched for the rest of his life. Unless, of course, he does it all over again, one more time. Let's bloody have it. Sing it, John.
Let's get it on!
However, if he does relinquish the belts anytime soon, then I'm probably talking a load of bollocks. But it wouldn't be the first time. God bless that Mr. Fury. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bosh!